Our energy level was average. We got the ball at 3 feet or 2 feet several times early and come away with nothing. Don't even get shot up, and got the ball in the high post and never squared up. And then I thought that they were certainly, even though, first half for the first 16 minutes or so, they were just a 1 or 2 basket game, but then they stretched it out at the end of the first half, and that turned out to be a pretty big difference for us because when we did come back, we never quite got over the hump.
When you see Udoka make a couple of his fouls, it's just not.
Yeah.
Just not in the
Well, the first one, I thought the first one was a pretty soft call, but I don't have the best position on it. But that's if you lower your shoulder, you put yourself in that position to be called on. But I actually thought his second and fourth, his second foul was, I'd have to watch the tape, but it looked like to me that pretty obvious call, and the same with his third and his fourth one, pretty obvious calls. So, yeah, we need him to be in the game. But to be honest with you, I didn't think he was much of a factor when he was in there. We didn't get really much low post scoring when the whole game plan was to try to throw the ball and isolate him on the post.
How do you account for it? Is it on him that he only got 4 shot attempts? Is that or teams involving him?
I'd say probably a combination of both. But he had the ball. I mean, how many times? I mean, he lost the ball twice when he's at 6 inches. So yeah, that should have been more. He had the ball at 2 feet and he tried to throw the ball to LeGerald, cutting there at the end behind the backboard. I mean. He could have easily got up 7 or 8 shots if he'd have been a little bit more alert, I think.
How did Spee hurt his eye in warm-ups, and could that have affected him?
Oh yeah, he was messed up. I mean, he was messed up. He was icing it the whole time. Marcus Garrett missed a layup or a dunk or something and swung his hand and hit him right in the eye. So Spee didn't miss yesterday. I think he made 8 threes in a row yesterday when we were scrimmaging. So I thought he may come out and be on fire, and then he was never able to get untracked.
Marcus swung his hand in frustration after missing the layup and shoot around. Is that what you were?
No, I didn't say that at all.
Okay.
No. Well, I mean, if you miss it and just swing your head back, I didn't say anything about frustration.
What was the challenge of you managing minutes when both Mitch and Doak have 4 fouls?
I don't. I put Silvio in for 15 seconds or 30 seconds, and so, and that didn't turn out very well. But in that situation, we were behind. I would say we were just going to play them until they both fouled out for the most part, and then go small if that happened.
Bill, you guys had taken Manu out of the game for about 30 minutes, and then he got loose with 8 straight from about 6:50 to about 4:20 to go. What changed there from your perspective that he got free?
He actually made 2 bad shots. I mean, let's call it like it is. Those 2 threes he made were probably 27, 28 feet. So I mean, he's just a good player and jumped up and made a couple of big time shots. But I mean, that wasn't anything that we did to like a breakdown. I mean, those were hard shots against the zone and at the end of the clock, and they were just clutch plays. He's a good player.
Anything else? Big picture, what are your thoughts about where you guys are at right now and with a few games left?
I don't think we're playing very well. I think that we were obviously better, 3 weeks ago than we're playing right now. But every team goes through ebbs and flows during the course of a season. But we got to have we just don't have enough margin for error to have, 3 or 4 guys really be into it and turned up and emotionally and physically ready, and then maybe have 1 or 2 that maybe isn't at their best. So there's just not the margin of error. So we have to be pretty good as a unit each and every night. And today, obviously, we weren't. I thought Baylor was a lot better than us, even though the game we cut it to 2, and even though obviously. The first half until the last 4 minutes, it was a 1 or 2 possession game. I still felt like they controlled the game.
Why'd you start Marcus?
I just thought his attitude in practice was better. Yeah. So.
And to that end, I guess, do you think chemistry is where it needs to be with?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. No. But I don't, you know, the thing that we know that we need to do to be pretty good and to have a chance to really compete at a relatively high level is the players haven't quite bought into that totally yet, and you know, it's getting late in the season to see if they're going to buy into it. But you know, Malik, in my opinion, didn't deserve to start, and so I'm tired of I'm really kind of tired of starting guys that don't really put themselves in a position from what we need to do, an intangible standpoint of being out there, because to me it's not about winning and losing when from that perspective. It's about, hey, this is what we need you to do to be good. This is what we need to do in order to give us the best chance. And if guys don't do that, then yeah, I'm tired of rewarding guys to start whenever I don't feel like that those things are taking place. And it doesn't have anything to do with making shots. You can miss all the shots you want to, but at least from an intangible standpoint, you know, give us some stuff.
All right, Coach.
Okay.